Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sensational. Today, I'm gonna do something a little bit different, and it's having more of a heart to heart chat with you guys. So, I'm gonna actually pretend that you guys are over there on the couch while I'm drinking my chamomile and peppermint tea. And I actually have a lot of topics that I have in mind that I've been wanting to share with you guys, but I've been waiting for the right moment. So, I wanna start with this one, which is talking about being humble and not judging other people. And I know it sounds so cliche, but I just want to give you guys a fresh perspective on it and just something that's going to give you guys maybe a little bit of wisdom and to save you guys, help you guys out from things that I've gone through and other people as well. So, as I have this chat with you guys, I'll be drinking my favorite tea, peppermint and chamomile. Well, it's not my favorite. Chai tea is chai tea latte. And I have some sugar cookies here, but I'm gonna wait on these. These are gluten, dairy free, really good, allergen friendly cookies. But I'm gonna wait because my doggy's here and she's gonna wanna try to eat some. But, anyways, so going to the topic that I wanted to share with you guys is I wanted to share how we should really be humble and not judge people when they're going through circumstances or going through things that we don't understand. And I think that, and I can definitely talk about this because I've been there. There was a season in my life where I saw certain friends or family members going through stuff which I didn't understand, and I realized that I was being judgmental, not in a mean way, like, oh, why are they going through this or blah blah blah, but I would make comments, or I was like, why are they reacting this way? Or maybe they're overreacting. Like, it doesn't make sense, because sometimes we really don't know what people are going through or what their limits are. So I would make these comments, and I really didn't think much of it, even though I didn't do it with a bad heart, but just really not understanding why people were going through things. And I should have just, it's best to just stay quiet. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know if God is allowing them to go through a process that we don't understand. And I guess the best example in the Bible is when Job was going through a process, and some of his friends were like, oh, this Job's going through this because he sinned or he did something. We don't know why people go through things or what it is. And even if it were good or bad, or if it was their fault or whatnot, we're in no place to judge. We're in no place to say anything. So we just have to be really careful, because see, I went through this experience where I made these comments, and then years later I found myself going through the same thing they went through, but even worse. So I definitely learned from that, and I feel like everyone is going to go through humbling moments in life, and which is a good thing, because I feel like it gives you a fresh perspective. It gives you more empathy towards people, and you start to see things differently. So for me, I'm glad I went through humbling moments, because it just shows you how human you are, how human other people are, and it's just good to kind of go through that stuff, so it breaks you down a bit, so you don't become so prideful or think that you're all that or whatnot. Not that that was in my case, but just to be very careful, more than anything, to be very careful about what comments or thoughts, even thoughts, you have towards someone when they're going through something. And if you could say it's pretty much like biblical, if the way, same way you judge, someone judges you. If you're not Christian, you can call it karma, or just what comes around goes around, which I have a funny story about that, but I'm not going to share that now. But yeah, pretty much I wanted to share that because I went through that, but then also something else that I learned when it comes to talking about people going through stuff or criticizing or being judgmental, is that you come to a place where you want nothing to do with it, which is so good. That's a healthy place to be. But also you can discern, and you know when someone has said or criticized or judged you. And let me try to explain that better. But a lot of times I have seen people say comments or judge someone for something, and then sadly they go through that same issue, or they're humbled because they were attacking this other person. So sometimes I see it from the outside, I'm like, they should be very careful, and then sadly they go through that. And then there have been times, and it's happened several times, where I know, like, I've gotten to the point to discern where certain people have said or judged certain things in certain areas of my life, and they don't know. I mean, so they just said something or made comments, and I can discern it because unfortunately, then they go through something or something happens where pretty much you know the area they attacked and judged you with because of the trials and the circumstances they're dealing with. And I don't mean this in a bad way, as in like, oh yes, they were talking bad, ha ha ha, they're going through this issue or they're going through this circumstance. I don't mean that in any way. I don't wish people bad. It's just something that I noticed from even years ago where I could just sense it, and not just for me but for other people. Like, you just have to be so careful of what you say or what you judge or what comments you make, what you're thinking, because something that drives people to do that is pride, which is honestly something that stems from insecurity. And I don't know why a lot of people. That was my dog crying for everything because she's a crybaby. Look, Luna, say hi. Do you want attention? Do you want attention? Do you want attention? See, I'm judging Luna, and now when I get hit and cry, it's gonna hurt me more because I criticized her. You see the pattern? So anyways, so I pretty much wanted to share this because, where was I? See, she distracted me. I was on a roll. Tea time. So I pretty much wanted to share this because it's something I went through where I learned from now on, I don't care who it is or what it is. If I don't know what someone's going through, even if it's weird or strange or bad, I want nothing to do with it. If you genuinely care about the person, you pray for them or you just wish them well. But a lot of times people are like, oh, they're going through this, and they start being gossipy, blah, blah. But they don't do it from a genuine heart. They're just saying it because they sadly feed off of other people's misfortunes. And that is such a bad place to be. And that's something that I wanted to really bring out, is really to examine your heart and really see, okay, what are my thoughts? What are the things I'm saying about someone going through something harsh? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this? If it's really that you kind of feel good talking about other people or putting them down, then that should really show you where you are, where your heart is, and how sadly you're not happy with yourself, or you're not happy with your life, and you have to criticize and point fingers and put other people down just so you can feel good, just so you can feel superior. And that's just a sense of insecurity, which could come from hurt, from so many different things, but it's not a good place to be. You think you are because you're feeding your ego, but it is such a bad place to be, and you're just making it worse. So I feel like it's really good to examine why we say things, or why we point fingers and criticize, because life will humble you one way or another. Whether you do it yourself or life will do it, you're either going to humble yourself or be humbled. And that's the best thing that I heard. The best thing I heard my pastor say was, you're either going to humble yourself or you're going to be humbled, and life will do that in so many ways. So I just wanted to share this for 3 reasons. One is to examine your pride. Pride is just rooted in insecurity. So really see why do you have to criticize people? Why do you have to point fingers? Why does it make you feel good to talk bad or put other people down? What is causing that pride? Secondly, I just wanted to share this so you can really examine not only just the pride, but really examine, why are you shifting this focus on other people and pointing fingers when you can just heal yourself, focus on you, and just really try to be healthy. Just try to be confident. Someone who's truly happy and confident is really not going to be putting other people down and judging and pointing fingers. And thirdly, I just wanted to share this with you guys so that you guys just have a little bit more wisdom, just to learn from what I've experienced. A lot of people have experienced, just not to be judgmental, not to criticize people, just to be very careful, because you don't know what someone's going through, and what comes around goes around. And sometimes you don't see it like the day after. In my case, it was years after. So we have to be very careful. So I learned from that. Now I sip it. I just give it to God. And I just really wanted to share this with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So this was today's heart to heart talk, and I would love to hear your input if you've gone through certain challenges or processes that have been similar to mine. I would love to hear from you. So please, please let me know if you like conversations like this or videos like this so that I can do more. I have so many topics because I love really getting deep in conversation and just talking about really stuff that matters. I know I do like videos here and there about like makeup and stuff, but that is not my thing. I mean, I try to every now and then just because I like to show, but it's not my thing. This is my thing. Just being real with you guys, being intimate with you guys. So anyway, so honestly, I just really, really would love to hear some feedback. So thank you guys again for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and see you guys next time.